Moody greetings, my two-legged fence-jumping friends. Settling in? Good. Grab a handful of clover, chew it slowly. Digestion is a marathon, not a sprint. And let's have a heart-to-heart from a four-legged philosopher who has spent way too many hours staring at the horizon and wondering why humans walk so fast to places they don't even want to be. You see, in the meadow, life is simple. If a bull is being a jerk, you move to the other side of the watering hole. If the grass is sour, you don't keep chewing it just to be polite. But you humans, you have this thing called relatives, and you seem to think that just because you share a fence or a DNA strand, you're obligated to let them kick you in the udder. Listen to your auntie cow. Family is the soil we stand on, but if the soil is full of toxic weeds, your hooves are going to rot. It's okay to say move over and claim your personal space. Here is my bovine guide to the 9 types of relatives you should avoid, or at least graze very far away from, once you've reached the age of, I'm too old for this manure. 1. The drama queen, the crying calf. We all have that one heifer who thinks every rain cloud is a personal assassination attempt by the weather gods. They show up to the family dinner and immediately turn the table into a stage. Everything is a tragedy, everyone is an enemy. In the herd, if a calf cries for no reason, we eventually stop looking. But you humans feel the need to fix it. Stop it. You're getting motion sickness on their emotional carousel. Life is too short to be the audience for someone else's imaginary Shakespearean tragedy. If they start wailing, just keep chewing at brass and look at the clouds. Peace is worth more than a front row seat to a fake storm. 2. The financial bloodsuckers, the pasture pirates. Oh, cousin, I just need a few bucks for a revolutionary new hay baler. I'll pay you back when my startup takes off. Beware of the relative who is always broke, but somehow always has the newest iPhone. They treat your bank account like an open buffet. In the cow world, we don't lend grass. You eat what you find. If a mature bull is constantly begging for your oats while wearing a fancy new bell around his neck, he's not unlucky. It's a parasite. Remember, giving them money isn't helping. It's just funding their lack of responsibility. Let them hit the bottom of the trough. Maybe then they'll learn to grow their own clover. Protect your financial freedom like a prize-winning heifer protects her calf. 3. The know-it-all critic, the meadow master. This person has an answer for everything, even though they've never left the barn. They'll tell you how to cook, how to raise your kids, and how to invest your money, all while their own life looks like a collapsed fence. They say, I'm older, so I'm wiser. Honey, sometimes age just means you've been wrong for a longer period of time. Just because they've been in the field for 60 years doesn't mean they know where the best grass is. Don't let them live your life. It's better to make your own mistakes, get it, than to repeat theirs. 4. The guilt trippers, the invisible leash. Oh, you haven't visited in 3 days. I guess I'll just sit here in the dark and be lonely, after all I did for you. This is the psychological equivalent of a barbed wire fence. It's subtle, it's sharp, and it keeps you trapped. Guilt is more exhausting than pulling a plow for 10 hours. Psychologists and we cows who observe them say guilt can literally make you sick. If you feel like a bad person every time you hang up the phone, you're being manipulated. Break the chain. A polite, no, I can't make it, is a complete sentence. Don't let someone else's expectations give you a stomachache. You have 4 stomachs. You don't need a 5th one full of anxiety. 5. The overly protective, the human halter. They mean well, they really do. They want to pick your clothes, your doctors, and your vitamins. But eventually, caring turns into controlling. If you let someone else choose your path, you'll never learn how to walk. You become a tethered cow, unable to explore the lush hills beyond. There's a fine line between a hug and a chokehold. Learn to spot the difference and gently nudge them away. Growth requires independence. 5. The perfect relative, the polished porcelain cow. Their kids are geniuses, their house is a museum, and their grass is always neon green. They post 400 photos of their perfect life on Cowstagram. Comparing yourself to them is like a cow comparing herself to a marble statue. It's fake. Behind those perfect barn doors, there are the same piles of manure, the same flies, and the same arguments. Don't envy a lie. Be happy with your messy, real, slightly lopsided life. A warm cup of tea and a non-perfect spouse are worth more than 1,000 filtered photos. 7. The uninvited guest, the fence jumper. I was just in the neighborhood. They live 50 miles away. They walk in, open your fridge, and start judging your milk brand. Your home is your sanctuary, your private patch of shade. If someone enters without an invitation and makes you feel uncomfortable, speak up. Just because you're family doesn't mean you have a key to my soul or my kitchen. Set boundaries. It's okay to say, now isn't a good time, maybe next Tuesday, on Zoom. 8. The eternal rivals, the competitive bulls. If you bought a tractor, they bought two. If you have a cold, they have pneumonia. They're in a constant race with you that you didn't even sign up for. Listen, if they want to be better than you, let them. Say, you're right, you're the best, you win the Golden Cow Award, and then walk away. Stop playing the game. When you stop competing, their victories lose all their power. Focus on your own tail swishing, not theirs. 9. The technophobes, the Stone Age steers. Those smartphones are the devil. Back in my day, we sent smoke signals. They fear progress, and they want you to fear it too. They'll tell you the microwave is poisoning your soul, and the dishwasher is a government spy. While it's nice to unplug sometimes, living in fear of the future is a great way to get left behind in the mud. Surround yourself with people who look forward, not just people who miss the 1950s. The cow's closing wisdom. Listen, my lovely humans, avoiding doesn't mean you have to start a war. You don't need to moo insults at them. Just drift. Reduce the weekly visits to monthly calls. Shorten the conversations. Protect your energy. Boundaries aren't meant to keep people out. They're meant to keep you sane. A happy cow produces the best milk, and a happy human produces the best vibes. When you stop letting toxic relatives graze on your peace of mind, you'll find you have so much more love to give to the people who actually deserve it. Be kind, be firm, and for heaven's sake, stop chewing on things that make you sick.